No Fish Nick here. Hey, it is starting to get cold out. It's middle of November. The lows are in the teens, so that has me all excited about the ice fishing season. And I'm going to continue with my ice hole adventures like I have been doing for the last couple of years. I'm pulling out all my gear today, going through it, making sure everything works. And I do have some new gear for this year. I'm going with some lightweight stuff. So for early ice, I wound up going with one of these K drills that I saw a lot of people using last year. So I went with 8-inch K drill mixed with a mud mixer, Milwaukee M18 mud mixer, and to combine even with this heavy duty battery. That's a 9 amp hour battery. This whole rig is like 13 and a half pounds when I weighed it. So that's one of my lightweight gears. Okay, this new mud mixer, M18 by Milwaukee. You can adjust the handle how you want it. So that's kind of neat. I'll probably just put it straight at 180, and you lock it down. And it has the standard chuck, so you can really lock it down tight. And you got your speed adjustment, just leave it on max. It's nice and quiet. Got reverse, forward. So looking forward to using this guy. Also going with the little Aqua-vu that could fit in my pocket when I wear my striker ice suit. That little guy fits right in the pocket, and this even has the recording on it, so I can do some quick video recording when needed. So it will contribute to my videos. I did convert to all these lithium batteries now. Now just remember, I'm not sponsored by anyone here, so this is all stuff that I paid for with my own money. These batteries are lightweight and they work great. I've been using them on my kayak to power my kayak and stuff, the electronics, and now I'm going to start using them on everything. So very good lightweight battery, good stuff too. The Aqua-vu, I just started using a small one, but I've been using the big one, and I really like that. I had this pack shack for many years. I have 3 of them. They are light duty. They do fall apart. I do have to do maintenance on them. Like I said, they're really light duty, but for early ice, and if you got to like climb down a big hill, whatever, these are really nice. I don't think they even sell them anymore, but I sure like mine. It does take some maintenance to keep it working, but awesome. My striker ice suit, definitely, this is my 3rd year on it. Love it. Excellent piece of equipment. Of course, my Humminbird. This little Humminbird goes on everything. My kayak, my 3-wheeler, my front of my boat. Excellent purchase. I've had it for probably 5 years now. This is the 597 HD CIHD, and definitely got my money's worth out of that. For ice spikes, I use these Kahtoola micro ice spikes. This is my latest pair. I did wear out my last pair. I went from the cheapos right to the expensive ones, and I love these things. They'll set you back about $65, but awesome ice spikes. I highly recommend them over the cheapos that I used to buy. And then of course safety gear. Okay, now that was more my light duty stuff here, and now I'm starting to get into the other stuff that I use for when I can drive my truck on the ice. So I got chains. These are chains for my truck. These things will definitely get you out of trouble when you get deep snow. And also I use them like to help my brother-in-law pull out his permanent ice shanty. We load up his ice shanty and pull it on the ice, and a lot of times it's deep snow, so chains for the truck is a good idea if you ice fish a lot. Safety gear, always, this is a must-have. If you don't have any ice spikes, you need them. These will save you. Of course, the heaters, little buddy heaters, awesome. A lot better than the old style. These things are excellent. Absolutely love the buddy heaters. Also, to save money, I buy like 20-pound tanks, and I just reuse these. I just refill them from a 20-pounder. I put these, I leave these out to get cold. I let the big tank get to room temperature. I flip it upside down. There's a lot of videos on YouTube for doing that. So check it out if you want to save some money. You can actually refill your own 1-pound cylinders. Oh yeah, and even my ATC. This has a lot of sentimental value. My uncle owned this when I was a kid, and I actually rode this when I was 15 years old. And I bought it back off him. So, all right, for on the ice, this is a studded. I did stud out my my 3-wheeler. These studs are all Gorilla glued in there, so I have never lost a stud. So I know some people would say, oh, you know, you're going to lose studs and people are going to get flat tires. Well, if you Gorilla glue these studs in, they don't come out. So, but I get excellent ice traction because of it. I got to spin these tires around. I put them on backwards on purpose, and that was to ride up on top of the snow when the snow gets deep. But if you don't get a hard enough crust, it doesn't work as good. I was trying them like a paddle tire. I'm going to flip them back around so they dig down the way they're designed to. So that's the ATC. Now the clam unit, this thing had about 3-4 years on the clam. Another very good purchase. I figure I do have to tighten up the screws now and then, even though they're lock nuts. This thing, they still vibrate, so I do have to tighten those up now and then. I did modify this by adding skis to the bottom, so it slides better through the snow. And when I go on concrete, the skis get worn down. So that's a pretty handy tip. Get the skis from like St. Vinny's. They're really cheap. Cut them down with a Sawzall, and then just screw them in with fender washers like that. All stainless steel stuff, so it works. It lasts, doesn't rust. So the old clam flip over, that's really nice, especially when I hook it up to the 3-wheeler. So that's a heck of a combo. And then got my propane auger, Eskimo. Definitely nice unit. This thing is like 30 pounds though, so it's quite the lug if you're hand walking out, or like if you're walking out on ice. 1 or 2 pulls, just turn on the valve. This is the HC propane, HC40. It's a lot of power. Okay, took 2 pulls. Really like this thing. Cool. I do have my Fabill hub shack in here. This is a 6x12. Works really well when I'm fishing like with a group. One bad thing is those fiberglass rods. I broke the last 2 years in a row. I've broken some of those fiberglass rods. Last year I called Fabill and they sent me a pair. They replaced them, hardly no questions asked. This year, to replace, I got 2 broken ones again from where I put it away in a windstorm last year, and 2 of the rods broke. I tried calling Fabill this time, and they want me to go through their website, and I don't know if they're going to replace them this year. So I might have to buy a couple. Probably have to purchase a couple of 48-inch fiberglass rods. So Fabill, I'm a little concerned with right now on their customer service, but we'll find out. Aqua-vu has been great. This big unit, I mainly purchased this just for my YouTube videos and to film off of, but it's really beautiful HD quality. My Marcum, this guy's old. I've had this for many years, and it still works great to this day. But when I did the comparison of the two though, The Aqua-vu is definitely better resolution, but like I said, this is an old unit. They probably have better units out now. So anyway, they're both excellent units. That's always a good one to keep in the truck or the trailer. So don't forget about the shovel. These are, the big stuff is for when I can drive the truck out on the ice in my trailer. But the light duty stuff, this is for going to be first ice, and that's coming up. So first, I'm never, now that I have this guy, I'm never going to hand drill. I'm just going to take that now. If anybody has any comments or questions about the gear I just showed you, please ask the questions in the comments below. I will get back to you as quickly as I can and let you and answer your questions. So should be a good year. I have lots of plans. I'd like to try hitting the Mississippi River backwaters. I want to try up in the UP again. Always Green Bay. I always enjoy white fishing on Green Bay. Winnebago, like the Winnebago chain, Poygan and Winnebago. I struggle on those waters, but I want to learn those too, because I do struggle on like Lake Poygan and Winnebago. I want to get better at those bodies of water, so I plan on fishing them more. Also peat and well. I love peat and well flowage. Big old plane. I fish that a lot. So anyway, I'm going to be fishing all over Wisconsin and the upper Michigan. So, all right. Hopefully you guys stay tuned. Thanks if you do subscribe. I appreciate your support. And if you're new to my channel, hopefully you'll notice that I do fish year-round. So you can learn some stuff from my channel, I hope. And I'm always learning myself, so join us and see what we can do. Okay, NFN out.